This is an intro.
That's very...
Hey, it's better than last week's recording.
Hey, that was your fault, dude. You're the one who operates the mechanics.
Yeah, I kind of jumped the gun on that one. I switched the settings.
I don't believe you.
I did. I switched the settings. They just never double checked.
I believe he sabotaged on purpose. Don't... Oh...
You sing the intro.
No one can see that. I stuck my tongue out at him. I don't wanna. I'm not good at it. I do good.
She thinks she's people.
I know I'm people.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Two geeks and one microphone podcast after the failed recording that was last week.
One microphone?
Yeah. Two geeks, one microphone. What?
You said two geeks, one microphone.
Two geeks, one whatever. It's the same different thing. What poop?
No.
Don't correct me, woman.
I want to correct you all I want. Because I'm a lady and I'm always right.
Oh, yeah. Well, guess what? This isn't a kitchen. So.
Shut up. I like being at the kitchen.
There's no sandwiches in your hands.
No. There's no bread and turkey either, so I can't make it.
Ah.
I can't make a sandwich.
So
I had to think about that. I was like, what do you put on a sandwich? You put turkey on a sandwich. I don't know. I don't eat meat. I don't know.
You should have just been like some type of meat byproduct.
Peanut butter jelly? Oh.
Ah.
I don't understand people who mix honey and peanut butter together.
I can't get that.
Makes my mouth hurt.
Mayonnaise on banana bread.
What? No, my mom used to do that. My mom used to make mayonnaise bologna on banana bread sandwiches when she was pregnant. It was a craving she had. She would just take like an entire loaf of banana bread and make bologna sandwiches with mayonnaise on it for like
I've seen someone put mustard on tuna fish, and that's just it looked wrong to me. But then I didn't know for the longest time. I didn't know that a lot of people used pickle relish or just pickle juice for tuna salad.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I'm just like, I'm eating pickle juice.
It puts a crunch into
Oh, damn. I hate pickles. Anyways,
it gives it that vinegary taste.
Thank you for the audio check.
That was loud.
Anyways.
So what's the surprise on your phone that I don't get to know about?
It is, well, I'll get to that in a second.
Aww.
Well, actually, I don't have to go to any comments aside from Lenny. Thank you again for the comments.
We love you, Lenny.
Yeah, I don't mind that the last podcast didn't get in a lot because I'm just like, who the fuck can understand what we're talking about in that? It sounds like we're underwater. It's like we're in an underwater tank and the microphone's outside.
We should have done pictures of fish in underwater with bubbles.
We should have.
With bubbles.
We should have. If it was a video podcast, I would have put like a filter over it that looks like water and bubbles. That would have been pretty cool. But oh well. But okay. Anyways, aside from that, thank you, Lenny, for your continued support. Hopefully Felix and everyone else will end up coming back. I'm gonna have to private message Mike because this is ridiculous.
This is getting ridiculous.
It's like, damn it, we want to know what you want to hear.
Oh,
but anyways,
busy. I mean, gosh, he's living with like 3 other women. I mean,
oh, this is true.
Yeah,
He's got his hands full.
I bet he does.
If only they were like foreign to him. Like if they were American girls, he's the guy with the accent.
If I wasn't married and I lived with 3 other dudes that weren't,
we'll leave it at
geeky.
That. Well, what if they had accents and were geekier than you? Or would it be better if they weren't geeky?
Depends what they look like. I'm pretty shallow when it comes to that.
The looks is a big deal.
It's a big deal for every girl. Girls who say that are lying because it's statistically proven that 85% of a woman's attraction to a male is sexual.
So symmetry.
It's all about the woman decides within 30 seconds of meeting the guy if she's going to sleep with him or not. And that will determine for forever if she's going to sleep with you or not.
Forever.
For forever.
For forever.
For forever. She has to find you at least somewhat attractive.
So this is why people go to clubs. No! Stop biting the microphone. I mean,
The
headphone cable.
thing.
I will.
Wire.
I'll turn you into roast kitty cat.
So yes, girls are very shallow when it comes to that all the time. If they say no, they lie. They lie. They're lying.
So if a girl says that they don't want anyone that's cute, they just want somebody who, quote, air quote, understands and listens,
They lie.
they want someone who's cute.
Yes, because if you stick them in a room with someone, okay, two people. If you stick two guys in a room with a girl, one who is like, I don't know, pick your favorite celebrity, the hottest guy you know, and then the guy who would completely understand you, but is not attractive at all. You would screw the good-looking guy. Come on, because he's good-looking. You would friend zone the guy who understands you, and you would screw the good-looking one. That's how it always works. That's why you have friends that are guys, because you can spill your guts to them. But you don't want to talk about your feelings to your significant other. No, you just want to screw them. That's why.
The sexual way and then the emotional way.
Yes. Yes, because I do that all the time.
Prime example right here, folks. Exhibit A.
I just squash his dreams all the time. All the time.
Oh, okay. You know what? That kind of makes me feel kind of like a fugly person because it's just because I'm friend zoned so much before. Like before this,
That just means that the girls didn't find Tiffany find you attractive.
Tiffany did. Amongst the and not that I'm saying that doesn't matter.
There are other girls that find you attractive too, I'm sure.
Yeah, and actually there was another one.
What?
Another one, and she was Asian too. So go figure. I'm just like, we leave our country to find other kinds of people. I don't come here to find other Filipinos. So. But no, it was one of those things where I was at Maine. Where it's like, do you have a store membership card? And it's like, yes, but I don't have my card. Can I give you my number? It's like, okay, what number do you want to use? Okay, this is my cell phone. Blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, and I put it in. She goes, you can hold on to that if you want. I'm like, excuse me? That was my number. That goes to my cell phone. You can keep that if you want. It's like, no. And then that's when I'm like,
scratch your face with your left hand. Yeah.
Show my ring finger, and then it's like get the picture.
There.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was really really awkward. But the way she acted was like, it wasn't like she was into me because she was like looking at her phone, but then keep looking back up. So it's just like, yeah, I'll just add you to the list of guys that have my number.
Oh, maybe she was just being the slut.
A slut.
Yeah.
So in your theory, within the first 30 seconds of her meeting me, she wanted to sleep with me.
Yeah, but
possibly.
But just sleeping with the guy doesn't mean like that you want to have a relationship with
Oh
him.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
Sleep with
literally just that term alone.
Yeah. Within 30 seconds of meeting a guy, a girl decides if she's going to sleep with him or not.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
And it's based on how hot they are.
Well, I'm not on that level,
Yeah.
so.
But no, that all depends on what girl is looking at which guy, though. It has to do with what's appealing to the girl's her brain, what appeals to her. Like,
so if her brain wants a guy that has buck teeth,
then that's what she's gonna go for. Tiffany and I have different views of what's attractive and what's not.
Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I want to bang David Tennant. I mean, come on. I mean, well, damn. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm a guy and I would bang David Tennant. Okay.
Okay. A different actor. Matthew Gray Glover. No one knows who that is. Okay.
Okay. Describe what is he in?
If you Google him, you'll see what he looks like.
Okay.
He's an actor on a TV show called Criminal Minds, but he also does Matthew Gray Glover. But he also does
R-A-Y?
horror movies. Yeah, that's right. Go to images. He does horror films and stuff like that. See?
Him?
No.
Him. Oh, okay.
Also with the one-eyed octopus thingy. See?
I gotcha.
Yeah, him. He also has long hair in
look at
some of
that.
his episodes. Oh, hey, no. Not Matt Smith,
Not Matt Smith.
right? And
Uh,
I think he's very
he
attractive.
looks-
Yeah, he's very attractive.
I think I've seen him before. I've seen him in some movie.
Yeah, he's done a couple things, and I find him very good looking.
He looks like Onision from YouTube.
And I would definitely bypass the fact that he likes to scare the crap out of people with his little scary movies. Just because he's good
He's
looking.
in them, or he
He makes them.
directs.
He writes
Okay,
out,
so he's a direct. Oh.
he writes out scary shit. But it's
Okay.
like, they're like little things and stuff like that.
So if you saw somebody who looked like that come up to you,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
it'd be like,
You're
you
very...
didn't need 30 seconds.
You're very good looking. No, because it normally... Okay. Best Mike. Okay, you know how he saw the good looking chick in
Yeah.
the mall?
Yeah.
She just walked by.
Well, that's just guys.
No, it works the same way with chicks. You think that we're so different? It's not. It's the same thing. If we saw an attractive guy walk by and we happen to notice that he has a particular work uniform on,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna go and coincidentally go to that establishment and purchase something just to see if she was correct and ogle the eye candy that she saw walk past.
Ah.
That is what
So
will
this-
happen.
So in comparison, this is pretty much along the same level as guys like in a group mentality watching girls walk by and be like, I'd do her.
Yeah.
I'd do her. Yeah, I'll pass on that one.
Steven and Ryan and a couple of his other friends, when he was in Chicago, had this a game called My Team or Your Team.
Ah.
And if they thought the girl was attractive when they first saw her, I didn't catch on to this for the longest time when I was with them. I was like, what the hell are you saying? I don't understand. They would just randomly say my team or your team. If they thought the girl was pretty enough to sleep with, they would say my team. And if they thought she was ugly, your team.
Ouch.
So they would just randomly,
So a
when
girl
we were
walked by,
walking
be
in the
like,
streets of
"My
Chicago,
team."
my team.
Oh, totally my team.
Yep. It's like my team.
Oh, your team.
Yep. It's like your team. And yep.
Let me guess, Steven explained this to you.
I think Ryan did. Steven was trying to not do it. He was trying to play it down.
Oh, because he was there with you.
Because yeah.
She
Yep.
came here to see me, and yet...
You're ruining it for me,
Dun-dun.
Ryan. Shut up. Yeah. Yeah.
That will be explained later on. But okay. Okay. I gotcha.
Yep.
So it's different, but it's not. It's just how we...
How is it different?
Well, it's just different with how we go about identifying. Because it's individual. You're...
Oh, well, it's individual for guys, too. Like, what they find attractive and what they don't.
Right.
I mean, the majority of chicks find the same, like, actors attractive as, like, the same way that guys find the majority of actresses attractive.
So you girls are really no different than guys.
No, we're not. That's what I'm trying to get here. We're almost exactly the same. We're
what I thought.
sexually oriented just like guys are. Only we like to hide it and lie about it because we're supposed to be ladylike.
Booyah! Okay.
Yep. Women are liars.
Well, no shit.
I'm just throwing it out there for the younger audience who might not know yet.
I mean,
Women are
shoot.
liars.
Ask how many girls they faked it.
Ooh. Ouch. A lot. You don't want to hurt their feelings, though. I mean, jeez.
There's just times where it's like, for some reason, nothing you do is just get in there.
It was okay. You can go now. I'm just gonna go.
I'm really not in the mood. Fine.
Yeah.
Was it good for you? Oh, totally. That was amazing.
Except this is totally gonna ruin it for women because I'm gonna tell everyone.
Oh.
You can't use an excuse. I have a headache to not have sex
No, you can't.
because having sex releases endorphins, and endorphins would help with the headache.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can never use that excuse again.
Steven would know. He the medic guy.
I know.
So it's just
He'd
like...
be like, shut up, take off your pants. But I know what.
No, he was like, shut up, assume the position. Get on the swing.
Oh, dear God.
Yay, swing time. No! Okay, moving on. Okay, there's this app that caught my attention.
Okay.
And since you claim to have a very high chance of survival for Z-Day because of your... No, it's not a quiz. It's a scenario sort of game. It's called Z-Day. And if you have...
I'm gonna die.
If you have the Android phone, just look it up. It's called Z-Day. It's a zombie apocalypse survival simulator.
God,
So it's going to take you through a scenario and it'll give you options as to what you want to do. So I'm going to play it for you. Yes, we're going to overwrite my previous game because I failed and I'm a noob.
No, dude, I'm gonna die. Dead.
You ready?
See.
Okay, I'm going to narrate. To survive a Z-Day event, you will need certain survival skills and experience. This simulator will test your knowledge of survival theory. Choose a more advanced start position for a more challenging simulation. Since this is your first time, we're just going to start at home as your starting point.
Okay.
Your weapon is a baseball bat to start off with.
That sucks. Alrighty.
Okay, starting at home. There has been a global outbreak of the zombie virus. You're at home in a densely populated suburb. This is it, Z-Day. It takes 2 hands to swing a bat properly. Which is better, a 2-handed weapon or a 1 or 2 one-handed weapons? So you currently have a baseball bat. Are you ready, or do you want to change your baseball bat for a claw hammer, a machete, or a sword?
We'll go with machete.
Machete?
Yeah.
Weapon found, machete. And it's only one-handed, so you have one free hand.
Okay.
Okay. The machete is a very effective one-handed weapon. It is light and excellent for cutting and slashing and will hold up to heavy use. They will come for you soon. Will you stay here and fight the horde or try to get to safer ground?
Safer ground.
Okay, you're ready.
See.
You are inside your home. There are lots of windows and doors that would be easily broken in the event of a horde. Do you want to barricade the house or just leave? Well, you already said just leave, so we're going to go ahead and get to safer ground. You're preparing to leave but need some footwear. There is every chance you may never return to this house. Penny loafers, cowboy boots, running shoes, or hiking boots.
Hiking boots.
Excellent choice. Good ankle support and rugged for any weather or terrain.
And I wanted to say high heels. Damn. The hooker heels.
Yeah, but
The see-through hooker heels I can stick money in.
Zombies would hear them a mile away. It's like, yeah, they're good luck being stealth there. Okay, you only have 2 hands. Would you prefer to bring some kind of bag to carry more things? No, a backpack, or a duffel bag? Backpack. Good choice, allowing you to carry supplies and keep both of your hands free. Would you like to take a minute to gather your things or get going? The things you can collect are a flashlight, duct tape, and a first aid kit. Gathering items. Flashlight found. First aid kit found. And duct tape.
Although I don't know what a first aid kit's gonna do if you get you're straight dead.
Well, unless you fall and hurt yourself or something like that. But if it's from a zombie, you just may as well just blow your brains out.
Yeah.
Okay. It only takes minutes for you to gather the items, but you hear sounds coming from the back door. Confront it or go out the front?
Go out the front.
Going out the front. You are outside. There are corpses everywhere. Yeah. Figures stumbling around in the dark. Cars burning. It is definitely not safe here. Your best friend Dave lives right next door. He owns a pistol, and you will need some help. Go to Dave's or forget him.
He has a gun.
I knew you were going to think that.
Oh.
And you can have a party in this, so you can gather people as you go along.
Forget him.
Wow.
Forget him.
Wow. Over a gun.
But Dave
Okay.
could be a zombie.
This is true. Okay.
I don't want to die yet. I just left the house.
The streets are dark and jammed with abandoned cars and the remains of the dead and dying. You hear occasional screams in the distance. Nearby are several empty houses and some abandoned cars, and you will need weapons and more supplies. Search for weapons, stay low and keep moving. You have a machete and one empty hand.
I'll look for. I'll stay low and keep.
Stay low, keep moving. Okay.
Yeah, it's not good to stop. I have a weapon. It's okay.
You actually found a semi-automatic rifle,
Oh.
but but it will take up both your hands. Do you want to take that or stick with your machete?
Stick with the machete.
Okay. Urban combat.
Shotguns are too loud, people.
Exactly.
Too loud.
The police station is a scene of complete chaos. It is surrounded by walkers, burning squad cars, and dozens of bodies. It seems that the station was overrun by people who were seeking protection from the undead.
Duh.
Forget it and keep moving, or try to sneak in.
Forget it. Never go to hospitals, schools, police stations, anything that would require people to like help.
Especially
others, like
hospitals.
shelters and stuff. No, avoid people. Don't go there. Zombies, don't go. Zombies.
You did find something that's like a battle axe of sorts.
Oh
Dual-handed.
my god, that's a fucking battle axe now.
Yeah. Skip it?
Skip.
Okay. Sticking with the machete. We're at a checkpoint.
The door opened magically.
Okay, you're moving slowly and carefully down a dark street. You see bright lights up ahead. You have reached a military checkpoint. There are 2 armed guards and an armored Humvee behind chain link fence and several crash impact barrels. Look for a way around or stay low and observe.
Stay low and observe. Can I steal the Humvee?
We'll see. A man calls out to you from behind a van and tells you that the military will not let you leave the quarantined area. He says that they are taking everyone they find to a confinement area and shooting anyone who resists. Do you want to approach the checkpoint, look for a way around, or ask him for advice?
Ask for advice.
Okay. Item found. You found some tools.
Yay.
The man says he has a plan. He claims he is sure it will work. He suggests one of you lay down cover fire and the other drive the van through the barricade. He says that once the van breaks the barricade, the military will pull out and the others can go through. There's only 2 men here. So, are you going to ask him to drive the van? Or are you going to ask him to shoot while you drive the van?
Shoot while I drive the van.
You drive the van.
No shit, because he can just leave me.
Ask him to shoot. Okay.
Fuck, man.
You tell him you'll drive, and that he should provide cover fire to keep the guards off guard so you can ram through the barricade, and he agrees. He gets into position, and you start the van. You're preparing to ram an armed barricade. What driving position would be best? Low down behind the wheel, on the floor, or sit on the right side?
Well, I'm a woman, so I should be good at answering questions that involve car crashes. Okay, so,
Well, you're prepared for this.
We'll say just low.
Low down behind the wheel.
Low down behind the wheel, yeah.
Okay.
Because if you impact, it's going to impact the same.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're still going to get squished.
Oh, wow. Honestly, I haven't gotten this far. You decide to just sit at the wheel and drive. It's more important to hit the target than to protect your pretty face from bullets.
Yep. That's true. Yep.
All of a sudden, your buddy starts shooting. The guards dive for cover and you start driving towards the plastic barrels. At what speed should you hit them?
Oh, crap.
60 miles per hour, 20 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour, or 10 miles per hour?
Are they just plastic? Wait, were they just plastic barrels or were
They're the ones that are filled with water like you see on the interstate.
Go. Oh, crap. I have to break through?
Well, you just have to punch through enough to make them want to retreat.
What was the highest speed?
60.
So 40 would be the medium.
The middle, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go 40.
40. Okay.
Yeah.
At 40 miles per hour, the guards are able to shoot the van few times before you hit the barricade barrels and blow through the barricade. You drive through to a safe distance, but the road is obstructed a few hundred yards beyond the gate, forcing you to stop. Jump out and run, or stay in the van.
What's forcing me to stop again?
The road is obstructed.
Just obstructed?
Yeah, so there's either cars in the road or there's rubble. There's something that's preventing you from going any further.
I'll leave the van.
Jump out and run.
Crap.
You jump out of the van and take off running into the shadows. The street is dark and you are quickly away from the checkpoint. The guards fire a few shots at you, but they do not engage in pursuit. The pawn shop is up ahead on the right.
Ooh, yay, guns.
Check it out.
Yeah.
You have found Sean, like Shaun of the Dead.
Awesome.
And he even looks like him too.
Hello, Sean.
Sean! Do you ask him to join the party, tell them to take a hike, mug them, and take their stuff?
Oh, I can mug them?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's up to you. Join your party, tell them to leave, or mug them.
I'll ask them to join the party.
It
I can
is
use them as a distraction.
It is Simon Pegg. No.
I know, right? I can't leave Simon Pegg. I mean, come on.
Ooh, you found a field hockey stick. Do you want to take that or stick it to your machete?
Stick to the machete.
Okay.
Hockey stick's not gonna do anything.
You also have a Kevlar vest.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Freaking sweet.
He gave it to you.
Aw, thank you.
You arrive at a dark pawn shop. It looks like the power is out and it's locked up tight, but you can get in through a window. It would make a lot of noise. It's dark and there are a lot of buildings and trees nearby that could be hiding the undead. Do you want to break in or forget about the pawn shop?
Forget about it.
Forget. A car is approaching fast and driving erratically, plowing down the hapless undead. There are 4 armed men inside, firing out the window. These guys look like trouble. Do you want to hide, ambush them, wave them down, or run?
We'll go with hide.
Hide. The cars come to a stop 50 feet away from you. They get out and start shooting every rotter they see. They are carrying shotguns and rifles. They gleefully shoot down several walkers. Do you want to run for it, stay down and be quiet, or ambush them?
Stay down and be quiet.
All but one of the men are in the pawn shop. One stands outside smoking a cigarette. He seems distracted by his cell phone. His back is turned to you. He has a long gunsling over his shoulder. Do you want to jump him or run? You only have a machete.
But I have a Kevlar vest.
This is true, but they have semi-automatic weapons.
It's just one guy.
If he alerts the others, then that's
They can take
5.
his car.
What if they don't have the keys in the car?
What the good to look out if he doesn't have the keys?
You gotta weigh your options.
And I'll jump him.
I'm gonna jump him? Okay.
Yep, I want the car.
You are attacked by one rival survivor. You have defeated one rival survivor. You found a double shotgun. You want to take it or stick with your machete?
Stick with the machete.
Okay. Moving quickly, you jump the unsuspecting man. You are able to overtake him, but he manages to alert the others. The other men are yelling as their flashlights are moving towards the window. Ambush the others, run, or steal the car.
Steal the car!
You found a carbine rifle. Take it or machete?
I want the machete.
You found a riot helmet. You jump in the car. Of course they took the keys with them.
Son of a bitch.
Damn, I totally called that. The men emerge from the shop. They take aim at you and demand you surrender. Run, take cover behind the car, fight them, or surrender. They have semi-automatic. That car's not going to hold up. You may as well just book it. And you have a machete, so...
But it's a fucking car. I mean, it has to go through 2 sides if I hide behind it.
Yeah, but there's like 5 guys with automatic rifles and shotguns
There's-
at point-blank range.
There's like 4.
Okay, 4
I took
since you
one
took
down.
one down, yeah.
I'll run.
Run. You narrowly escape the hail of bullets by running across a large open field. You hop into some bushes and slide down into a drainage ditch.
An open field. They couldn't shoot me in an open field. That's like duck hunt. Okay.
Well, the dog sucked in duck hunt, so there you go.
Okay.
The men are searching for you. There is a stand of trees nearby. Keep running or stay down and be quiet. So right now you're in a drainage ditch.
Stay low and keep quiet.
You dive into a ditch, but they are approaching fast and will likely see you. There is a small grove of trees right behind you, in front of a 250-yard open clearing with low grass. Run into the woods, fight them, or run across the clearing. Gosh.
Shit. Is my face still pretty? Can I surrender?
You can't surrender. You can only fight, run into the woods, or run across the
into
clearing.
woods.
Running into the woods.
Son of a bitch. In the clearing, they can shoot
Oh,
me.
yep. You escape by running into the trees. Through the woods, you see the lights of a house. There is a river nearby. You can hear splashing and screaming coming from the river. Head to the house or head to the river.
There's splashing coming from the river.
Splashing and screaming coming from
Head
the
to
river.
the house.
Head to the
Head away from the screaming. Away! You never do that. Never. You leave everyone alone.
As you come to the edge of the tree line, you see a number of military trucks parked near the house. It looks like they are piling up dozens of bodies on the porch. Stay down and be quiet or make contact.
Stay down and be quiet.
You still have Sean with you.
Damn it, Sean. Don't make any noise.
All the soldiers load up except one, who walks over to the house and tosses a small canister into the pile. The house immediately bursts into flames. The truck pulls away. Keep moving. Walking along a narrow street, you come to a large 2-story house. The lights are on and the windows and doors are boarded and reinforced. You can see more than 24 shamblers surrounding the house. They don't see you as they seem to be attracted to it. Stay down and watch, create a distraction, fight, or stay low and keep moving.
Stay low and keep moving.
Treading lightly. Another checkpoint. You come to a large parking lot.
How long is this simulation?
Until you can get to safety.
Oh my god.
You come to a large parking lot full of parked cars. Beyond it, a highway overpass. The store is just over the hill. You could walk around the lot along the tree line, passing by a small house, or cross the parking lot. So it's walk on the grass, run across the lot, or walk across the lot.
Wait, what's the parking lot made out of?
So it'd be like concrete. So you probably wouldn't want to run. It'll make noise.
Wait, so I'm trying to get to a store.
You're trying to cross the parking lot, yeah. On the other side is an overpass, and then beyond that is the store.
Did they say how high the grass is?
No.
I'm trying to think in my brain how much noise it takes to walk in grass versus walk on concrete.
I think concrete would make less noise. I guess in grass it would factor in if you were like if there were leaves, but I'd say if you were just really cautious walking across concrete or asphalt, it'd make less noise.
Yeah, but I'm in hiking boots.
Well, this is true.
It makes the heels make. We'll stay in the grass.
Stay in the grass.
Yeah,
walk
because the
on
heels
grass.
make noise.
As you move along the tree line, you see an old wooden house set back in the trees. There's a light on inside, and you don't see any danger. Keep moving or approach the house slowly.
Keep moving.
The Crossing. I like that title. Okay, approaching a highway bridge, you must cross over it or go around the bridge by going down a steep embankment. The bridge is 100 yards long. The ravine is steep but manageable. Run across the bridge, walk across the bridge, or take the ravine. So ultimately, you're going to go over the bridge or underneath it. Underneath it just sounds stupid. Because it would be dark.
I gotta. I'm thinking, people, thinking.
She really wants to survive.
I don't want to. If I was going to die, I would have died in my house before I even left.
There you go. Next to Dave.
Yeah, next to Dave. See, I don't want to have to like get thrown off the bridge.
This is true. Well, if you don't get caught, then you won't have to worry about it. But it is a pretty long bridge, so think about it. At least with the bridge, you have a way out, whereas if you're in the ravine, you're pretty much stuck.
True. We'll walk across.
We're walking across?
Did I have an option to run?
Run or walk across?
We'll walk.
Walk. You arrive at the other side without any event. In the distance, you can see a vehicle approaching on the highway. It is dark, and you can't tell what kind of vehicle it is, but it appears to be a large truck. Hide beside the road or wave them down.
Hide.
Hiding beside the road. A military Humvee pulls up and stops about 75 yards from you. A soldier sits atop with a mounted .50 caliber. The noise of the vehicle have attracted dozens of undead from under the bridge, and he opens fire. Announce yourself there or stay down.
Stay down. He might shoot me. Fuck.
Yeah, he wouldn't listen.
Yeah. It's like, oh, there's something standing there. I might as well shoot that too.
Oh, hey, that zombie's waving its arms in the air.
That's new.
Within minutes, the .50 cal has reduced about 50 geeks. Hey.
We take offense.
We take offense to that. That were under the bridge into zombie chili.
Ew.
Before they pull away, you overhear them talking. They have strict orders to shoot anyone they see on sight. You survive.
Yeah.
Convenience. I like that one. You have gotten away from the bridge and are walking on a 2-lane blacktop highway. Next to you is an open field of tall grass. A convenience store is a quarter mile away if you cross the field, but about a mile away via the highway. Cross the field or take the road.
How high is the grass again?
Tall. So I would imagine like thigh to waist high.
We'll take the long way.
Take the road.
Yep.
Taking the road. You walk along the road. After 50 minutes, you are approaching the store. A car has been driven off the road nearby. Do you want to check out the car or just keep moving?
Keep going.
You found a wood bat.
Leave it. That's of no use. Wait, where did you die? How did you die?
Honestly, I died in the ravine.
Oh, you took the ravine?
Yeah. Okay, you have traveled until you are standing across the street from a convenience store. The outside lights are on, but it's dark inside. 4 droolers are eating something or someone in the parking lot.
Ew.
Take them out, look for a back door, go around and avoid them.
Go around and avoid them?
Several military vehicles drive by at high speed in the direction of the mall. The time is 1:45. The mall is 2 miles away via the road or 1 mile if you cut through the woods. Find transportation, take the road, hold up in the store, or head for the woods.
I'm heading to the mall. That's where I want to go.
Yes.
Find transportation.
Finding transportation. Okay. In a nearby parking lot, you find a tow truck, a bicycle, a sedan, and a delivery van. Hordes of undead are moving your way. Things are about to get ugly. What do you choose? The van, the tow truck, the sedan, or the bike? I can hear you guys!
It's between the sedan or the truck.
The tow truck or the sedan?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the tow truck, I think, would take a while to start up than a sedan would. Because it's got to pick up speed, because it's heavier.
A tow truck can hit things.
Oh, this is true. It can ram through barricades.
But in a zombie apocalypse, you're supposed to pick the smallest vehicle possible.
Because you can weave around things. And you'd be likely to survive in a sedan.
If a motorcycle was an option, I would have picked a motorcycle. But because they're small and weavable.
Yeah, but this is a bike, like a bicycle.
Yeah, we don't want a bike. We'll take the sedan.
We're taking the sedan. Woot! Road trip!
Woohoo!
The sedan is comfy. Oh.
Yay, at least I'll die comfortable.
But due to low ground clearance, you should avoid driving on unimproved roads as you may become stuck.
Fuck.
The sedan is not ideal. It will serve as a place to sleep in a pinch. You can head in one of 4 directions, which is best. The rural area, the coast, rural roads, or the city.
What was the first option?
Rural areas.
Crap, I should have picked the truck.
Or you can head for the coast.
We'll do the coast.
Heading for the coast. The escape. Oh, I think you're almost done.
Thank God.
The coastal destination is a good idea, but you aren't the only survivor who has fantasies about sailing the seven seas. Overcrowded survivor conditions lend themselves to rival factions, infighting, and eventually chaos. You might be safer with the hordes. See my results. Okay. You've reached your objective, so you have technically completed the scenario.
Okay.
Summary: the last thing you want to be on Z-Day is average. That pretty much means you have a coin toss chance of survival. Those aren't great odds. You need to practice and sharpen your machete. Hang on. Zombies killed 1. Survivors found 1. Useful items found 7. So your rating was actually very good. Best weapon found machete, obviously. Objective reached, yes. So in a pinch, ultimately it says you will survive, but you will have to fight off other human beings trying to get into boats at the coast.
Duh. If anyone's read World War Z, which I highly, highly recommend reading, of course you're gonna have to. Dude, there's submarines go at it with nuclear bombs, for Christ's sake.
In World War Z?
Yes.
See,
Korea takes their submarines. They're like, fuck you. And then North Korea decides to take their submarines, and then one submarine goes and hides, and there bombs, and oh god. World War Z is fucking awesome. They're turning into a movie.
Really?
Yeah, Brad Pitt's in it.
Oh, wonderful.
It looks so good, and the book's amazing. I don't know how they're going to turn it into a movie, because it's all interconnected, but each chapter is a different person.
Oh.
But
it's on
leads
sale.
up.
The book is on sale in the store, and I want to get it.
It's good.
Because, Max Brooks wrote it, so I'm like, he's the same guy that did the Zombie Survival Guide, so...
Each chapter is from a different person's perspective, but it all tells you the ultimate plot line of, like, what happened. Like, the entire idea is what happened, what led up to it, and how people ultimately survived, and it's from a different person's perspective of how they survived.
Are they all happening at the same time, or are they
in the same time frame? It's not like the same day.
It's not exactly, but it's
in the same time frame. But they do jump around in time. Like one is sometimes they do it during Z-Day, and sometimes there's a reporter that's trying to get the story way after the war happened.
Like post. Do any of the characters like meet?
I think one
or interconnect.
I think one. I think like 2 characters meet up, but I think like that's it. Oh. Everyone else, they don't meet up. Some of them are interconnected. Pick that up now. Some of them are connected, but not
like
family wise. But they're like, I think one's a family member that's in the submarine, and one's like way the fuck over in like Japan or something. But the submarines are in Antarctica.
Oh, holy shit!
Yeah, like they fucking booked it away, and that's pretty far away. But like all the submarines they don't have their radar on, but they're all like right next to each other, but they don't know it. But up above them, there are all these people on boats because they wanted to get away.
Right.
So they formed a community on boats. So they're all,
Wait, did you get your idea for the aircraft carrier from this, or?
No, they have no aircraft carriers on.
It's just regular boats.
It's just regular boats, like roped together to make a giant raft of boats. And it's kind of like Waterworld with like the city on top of the water.
I gotcha.
It's kind of like that, but no. But it all goes to hell because, fire, someone's stupid, and it all burns.
It's always fire, or someone lets one person in that happens to be infected.
I think someone had a problem with one of them getting up through the anchors. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why if you take a small boat, don't anchor it, because they can get up.
Well, you just have to get a weight down. Doesn't have to go to the bottom, but just has to be enough to weigh it down.
Yeah, it can't touch the bottom, and the size of your boat should be higher than like a person.
Yeah. See, I want to read that now. I've been staring at that thing when I'm working.
It's good.
I want to get, because it's on sale now too, so I'm like, I may as well just go pick it up.
It talks about like this in Japan. There's like this geeky guy who never sees the sun, and he's like really into his computer, and he hates his parents, and all of a sudden his computer goes off, and he's like, well, fuck. What's wrong with my computer? So he steps out, and his parents are dead, so he has to survive. He has to get out of Japan.
Well, that's a hell of a wake-up call.
Yeah, he has to scale the side of his building, because he's 6 stories up, and he turns fucking badass because he meets like this blind dude.
Uh-huh.
And the blind dude's like, well, fuck, I take on bears, so or bring it on, zombies. It's pretty awesome.
I can imagine a blind guy being able to defend himself on Z-Day.
Yeah, because he can hear like fucking everything.
Yeah.
I think he ends up dying, but it's not of a zombie bite. It's like of old age. But the geeky Japanese guy has like a katana with him.
Oh,
he
sweet.
steals it from his neighbor's like house. Like, fuck yeah.
Okay, yeah, I definitely need to read this book.
It's a good book.
And if it's by Max Brooks, then it's good. He knows his stuff.
Very well thought out. It's good.
Well, he obviously knew what he was doing when he made the zombie survival guide.
It's worldwide. Like it's not like just America. It talks about each continent and different countries and stuff, and it like started somewhere in Africa.
Just like High School of the Dead sort of.
Israel has it fucking down. They're like they chain link everything up. They have dogs that can sense if someone's bit. They're like fucking everyone who's even showing signs that the dogs don't like them, they take them around. They divide it like the Holocaust. You know, it's like, okay, you're good to come into the city. The city lasts because they stockpile
fortify everything.
They fortify the shit out of it. They take the people who the dogs don't like, they shoot them.
Just
right?
like, don't...
We don't fucking care. We're going to take you away. Fuck, you're dead.
That's funny. Boom! The guy falls and he's got like dog treats in a bag or something.
Like,
it's like, oh, well, shit. Oh, well.
The dogs don't like you. Fuck, you're dead. And then the rest of the people go into the city and they just ride it out.
Wow.
Yeah. Israel's got it fucking down. Israel knows.
Like, we're prepared for this shit.
Well, because they've got like people like from all over the Middle East flocking to Israel because they know it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all like lined up out the back of the city with dogs on either side, like barking at people. They're just like, fuck you.
That sounds like how that would turn out over there.
They know what's going on. We're gonna fucking bomb everyone. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Oh, no, it makes sense that you made it since you have all this whole plan, because I didn't even make it that far.
I don't know why I was going to the mall though. That's a dumb idea.
It is. Well, I think you weren't. I don't know if you were trying to. It was just saying that they were going in the direction of the mall.
Oh.
So then, but it said that I think you were just trying to go there because you wanted to know what the deal was. Wondering if they were like pulling people out or something.
Never ever stop moving. Just
Yeah.
don't do it.
Don't do it.
You might think it's a good idea. It's not. It's really not.
Because the more you slow down, the easier it is for them to catch up to you.
You box yourself in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like you board up all your windows, but zombies get through one of them. You've got to turn around and try to unboard the door you're trying to get out of.
Yep.
And it takes up time, and you don't know. Zombies could be right there. If you keep moving, at least you could multiple directions to run in, and then you've got a friend who you can run faster than. And that's the whole objective, right? Run faster than.
I guess you're just getting to the coast. Like, who wants to challenge me? Sean!
Sean does.
So when everyone's attacking Sean, it's like, jump in a boat. See ya, suckers!
Plus, I'm a girl, so therefore I'm automatically of use for cooking and other purposes.
It's just like, we're only bringing a few people on this boat. Is there a kitchen?
I can do that.
And they're like, she's in. She knows her place.
I can do laundry. Yeah, see?
Laundry on the open seas.
Yeah.
You know, that wouldn't be pleasant.
Okay.
But then I know you. But then that's when it's like you're out there and it's like, okay, this is great. Where's my sandwich? Boom, 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 boom.
It's like machete
my
to the
boat.
face. My boat now, bitches. See, guys don't think about that. Yes, chicks are naggy as fuck. Yeah, you don't want to bring a lot of them because we hate each other. But when you get bored,
they're useful.
what entertains you the most?
She's got this down.
Okay? I don't mind using my sexuality to get what I need in a zombie apocalypse.
It's
I'm
a
down for
necessity.
It is a necessity, okay? If you gotta sleep your way onto a boat, at least you're not getting eaten.
Yeah.
I gotta think about this. People don't think about that. It's like, y'all just stay and get eaten. And I never understood that in books, why people just stood there and let the zombies eat them. Getting bitten hurts, okay? If you've ever gotten bitten by your kid brother or sister, that fucking hurts.
And that's just not even breaking the skin and tearing a chunk out.
Exactly. And those things fucking come and bite your neck or your calf muscle, and then they rip it off. Fuck that. And they don't just stop there. Not one bite. It's not like a shark. They don't just go, you're not tasty. No. They go, no, you're tasty. Let me eat you.
I want your insides.
Yeah. Oh, God. Shaun of the Dead, when the dorky guy with the glasses gets taken out the window.
And he gets ripped apart.
Rip into his stomach and pull out his intestines. No! We're not gonna play that game. I don't think so. No, we're gonna sleep our way onto a boat, man. Yeah,
Get on an aircraft carrier.
I'm on a boat.
Then it's just having to deal with everybody once you're on it.
We can throw them off. Mutiny, man, mutiny.
Damn it, this is not why we put you on board, Slink.
Well, it helps the fact, like, I personally do know how to drive a boat. Like, I've driven a sailboat before, and a motorboat's probably just easier. You just push a button and it makes it start. So, yeah.
Push something forward and back, that's it.
But I can do a sailboat, too, so I'm good with the nautical engineering part.
You're scary sometimes, you know.
I should be. People should be afraid of me. I very much think that because I know shit. I just don't. I pretend not to.
Okay, if the zombie apocalypse happens, you're like team captain. I'll just be like, I'm listening to whatever this girl says. I don't give a shit about anybody else.
We'll get shirts made.
Yeah.
Well, like those bandanas. Yeah, like you know, in those little the Japanese the mangas that say victory on it.
Yeah.
Fight. Yeah, we'll get them a time around our heads and we'll just go.
Keep moving.
Yeah.
What's it say on our shirts? Keep moving. And what's it say on mine? Team captain. So shut up.
Shut the hell up.
I'll just be like, oh, why are we following her? Shh, it's okay. She doesn't know this, but there's a kitchen in that direction.
Think of it as North Korea, and I'm the dictator.
Yeah, there we go.
I can never.
Except you don't have nukes.
I can never remember his name.
Kim Jong-il.
There we go.
Well, Kim Jong-un now, his son.
Whatever. Whatever. But I'm that guy with a bandana.
Actually, the first time I played that app, when I got it, this is like after a couple of chimes, I actually have not finished the objective of getting to a safe point, or quote unquote safe point, like you did. I never got to one. And I did get to the point where it was like, get to the gas station, and it's like cross the grass or take the long way, and I took the long way, and it got to the car, and it said check the car or keep going. And you said keep going, I said check the car.
Oh, no.
And I got attacked.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
yeah. You don't look inside the cars, because zombies get in cars. People get out of the cars. They lock the zombie in the car.
I got insecure about my weapon. I think that's what it was.
What weapon did you have?
I had the claw hammer.
Why'd you get that?
Well, it was one of my only other choices earlier on, because like I forgot to. It was the first time I played it. That's why. And I didn't. It said I had the bat, and I didn't know you had to tap on the bat to equip it. So I left the house with my bare hands. So the next thing I found, So the next thing I found was a freaking claw hammer. So I'm like, okay, this will work. So then I get to this point. I'm like, geez, I've gone really far. I should probably upgrade my weapon. I should have just been content with the claw hammer.
Yeah, but it's a fucking hammer. A claw hammer is a hammer that has the pronged side on it too to get the nails out. So I probably would have upgraded that too. Because that's just getting a little too close.
Yeah.
At least with a machete, it's kind of long and you can just hack away.
Yeah.
With a hammer, you gotta hit in and pull it out, and you gotta take a lot of force to get into this.
Yeah. Like if it was like something heavier, like I don't know what it's called. Like a rock hammer or something. No, not a rock hammer. Rock hammer's tiny. Yeah, it's sledgehammer. There we go.
Heavy though. Fuck. You've got to. Those are two-handed things. You gotta put your body weight into it. But those things will do damage.
Oh, this is true.
Those heavy.
Well, those will work. No, that's a good weapon if you're dealing with a zombie one-on-one. But if you're dealing with a group,
like a one hit. If you miss, you're dead.
If you miss, that's when you let go and book it.
Yeah, because it'll throw you off balance. Because you got to put your whole weight into it. And I'm not a very balanced person to begin with, so I would be screwed. Yeah, that's no.
But you actually did the same things that I did, aside from the shoes. I actually went with running shoes.
No.
Why?
Yeah, they're lighter, but if you have to like.
Well, no, yeah.
Go up something like a mountain or like down that ravine thing. Yeah. The mountain shoes would have been better.
Yeah. Well, see, that's where when I read the description when you chose those, it said that it's good for multiple terrain. That's when I'm like, oh, those are better. Yeah. I just kept going with running shoes every time.
Yeah, but it like if I wanted to, if I didn't want to go to the coast, I should have taken the truck and taken the rural to the rural area.
But then that's when you get to like Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. I was like, fuck that. No, we're not gonna play that game. No.
And then there's the city. I'm like, who the fuck would go to the city?
No, one, someone who's stupid.
Well,
Hasn't seen Resident Evil or any zombie movie ever.
Well, apparently the people in The Walking Dead didn't get that memo. We should go to Atlanta.
But they were looking for something though. They were looking for the CDC.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They had an objective in mind. They were looking for a specific place, and it just happened to be in a city. But as you noticed, as soon as the sheriff got to Atlanta, he met a horde when he was on the horse.
Yeah.
The horde took down the horse, and he had to have help to get out because he was stupid and he got inside a tank. And who the hell gets inside of a tank that doesn't have an exit except for the top? And then he met a zombie in the tank, and then he shot his gun in the tank, and then of course his eardrums hurt because it's a fucking tank and you shot someone.
That's like crawling in an air vent and then something crawls in after you and you fire your gun in there.
But that was smart thinking though. I mean, because honestly, he would have been dead if he didn't shoot his gun, but it still probably hurt like shit.
Yeah, he's lucky that there wasn't any other zombies coming in after him because he was disoriented.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, I'm safe. Oh my god, it's right fucking next to my face. That would hurt, having a zombie eat your face. Eat specifically your face. Attack your face. Yeah, that would hurt. Dude, ow. Okay? We're not going to do that. We'll take the eardrums not functioning anymore, can't hear. We'll just use our nose. We'll shoot them.
I'll sniff them out.
Yeah, well, he got a grenade out of it, so, but then again, what the fuck are you going to do with the grenade?
Did he end up using that at all?
I don't remember. I haven't really seen the second season. I stopped after his son got shot.
Yeah.
Doing something stupid, like petting a fucking deer.
No, they were looking at a deer.
Yeah.
And it's like he starts walking up to it and it's like then boom, deer goes down, the kid goes down. I'm just like, my first thought when that happened, I was just like, who the fuck is hunting in the zombie apocalypse?
A very loud way of hunting too, because it was a buckshot.
Yeah.
Because they had to go and dig out the pieces. It's loud, guys. Loud.
You
gotta make silencers for your weapons. I know it's illegal in most of the states of the United States, but
soda bottle.
Bottles will work. Potatoes don't work.
No, they don't. Pillows don't either.
No. Bottles, plastic, soda bottles will work. You gotta duct tape them in. They only work once.
First shot.
But they work.
Kind of. At least what's his name used the crossbow.
Yeah, the Dale's brother.
Yeah.
One of the redneck kinky guys. Yeah. He uses the crossbow, but you notice he gathers his bolts after he fires them.
Yeah, because he's only got what, like 5 or 6 of them.
Stupid. Like, yeah, he's a fucking prick, but he's not stupid.
No, his brother's not stupid either.
He cut off his hand to get out. I'm like, that's fucking beast.
And then cauterized the wound.
Yeah, it's like,
so
I'm gonna die if I don't take my hand off.
I'm taking my goddamn hand off.
Taking his hand off. That's friggin' badass. That's like, yeah.
That takes a whole lot of man. And then while he's bleeding out, took out 2 zombies before he cauterized the wound.
I don't like him. I never liked him. I thought he was
I didn't like him either.
But dude,
gotta give him props for that.
Dude, he cut off his hand, stuck it on a metal thing to make he cauterized it. That would hurt like hell. Took out zombies, and I stopped after that, so I don't know where the fuck he went. So he he poofed.
They don't know if he's still in the city, if he got out of the city, and I don't know if they brought him up yet in the second season again. But he's bound to come back, just like.
You know what? He's fucking badass, but there's no way he's racist for one. So if he's gonna find anyone to help him, he's gonna have to put that aside unless they're all gonna be white. But it's Atlanta, so who's gonna be white?
Yeah, this is true.
Not a lot.
And then there's still the black guy and his son from the very beginning.
Yeah, from the very beginning.
And haven't heard word from them at all.
I liked them, but they did something stupid. Let's hold up inside the house. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Dad was trying to get some closure or something.
Love the Asian guy.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
He fucking takes a sports car. Let's take that fucker and ride around the city with the horn on. Yeah, let's do that. Fuck yeah.
That's my favorite part. He's like, "Can you drive this?" Like, hell yeah. And then they start taking it apart, and he's like, "Look at these animals."
He's fucking awesome. awesome. Well, they needed the parts, but he was just so sad about it. Because it's really not going to help him in anything.
Yeah.
It's a stupid car to have. But it's...
Mileage-wise, he's stupid.
It's probably a dream. Well, it can't go over any bumps or anything because it'll fucking mess up the undercarriage.
I'm surprised he got it up the mountain path with that fucking
thing. He went up a mountain with it. That wouldn't have happened because it would have died. Because if you're going to go any mountainous things off trailing, you need
appropriate tires or vehicle, period.
Yeah, 4-wheel drive. Which I don't know how to operate, so I think it's just a gear.
Well, no, if Tiffany's technically can do 4-wheel drive, but it's broken. All it is just push of a button.
I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like a gear shift in some cars or a button or something, but I would be screwed if it was a stick shift. I would have to be picky about my car that I took. I would need.
If it was a parking lot, you'd have to be like, stick shift, no.
Yeah.
Oh, automatic. But this has horrible mileage.
It would be pretty bad. That's probably. I don't know how to operate a motorcycle though, so it would be.
It depends on if you get one that's automatic or a manual, because you have to shift with your feet.
I would have to get an automatic because I don't know how to. I'm not really eye-hand coordination with the feet, you know. Not happening. So I would have to be very picky.
Well, no. There's automatics. You still have some kind of shifting to do, but not near as much as if you had a manual motorcycle. So like you definitely don't want to get on Harley. But so it'd be one of those like speedster.
Yeah, but Harleys are loud.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I still have a lot of vehicle learning to do before the zombie apocalypse happens. I gotta learn how to drive a stick, and I gotta learn how to drive a motorcycle, because those are important.
We'll find someone who has a motorcycle, let him teach you.
Steven wants one. I don't want
Oh, of course he wants one.
But it's not for the practical purpose of zombie riding out.
He just wants one.
Because that's just practical.
He just wants a crotch rocket.
I think he wants a Harley. I don't like Harley. Well, his dad and his brother have one. I don't like them.
I personally don't like them.
They remind me of old people. And I don't want to tell him that because... But they remind
like old rebels.
They remind me of old
guys who wear
people.
shirts that say, if you read this, it means the bitch fell off.
They remind me of one of my ex-boyfriend's dads.
Who was a Harley fanatic?
Yeah.
Or
who rode Harleys and was an ex-Marine.
Oh.
I was like, and you look like you would ride a Harley. You just did.
He had like the big beard or something,
yeah,
or the long hair.
No, he had no hair. No, he was balding,
Mm-hmm.
but he had like facial hair. And he was kind of a beer gut going, but his mouth was so foul. He would just the words that would come out of that man's mouth. I'm just like, well, damn, dude. I just met you.
He took a cue from the Navy guys.
Dude, but I don't know if I'd even want to be a part of a zombie apocalypse. I don't know if I'd be able to do it.
I've heard you start
in my brain. I think there's a part of my brain that's like, oh yeah, I fucking know what to do. But the other part of my brain's just like, just kill me now because I don't want to get in the spot where I would get bitten.
Right.
My brain is calculating how much pain that would take.
Just like, I'd rather end it all now than have to feel that kind of pain.
Yeah.
It's like, but you might survive. I'm not gonna risk it.
Yeah, it's like, that's a lot of maybes. So, and never trust the military. Don't do that.
Not to mention, you can survive on pretty much, like, a pack of peanuts will last you, what, a month? So, so you can just wait it out.
Yeah.
Longer than most people. Like, it'd be like the zombie apocalypse is over. All the corpses have decomposed and have gone. The survivors can now come out, and they'd find you, and it's like, hey, where's all the food and everything you had? Oh, I still have some peanuts left over. You want some? It's like, seriously?
Yep.
I can picture you sitting there, like, cutting a peanut in half.
Yeah.
Breakfast.
Yeah. It would be very interesting to see how well my heart did during that, though.
This is true.
Yeah, people who are sick don't exactly make it very long in life-threatening situations.
Yeah, people in hospitals that are already there are just fucked.
Fuck that, okay?
Because, number one, there's no one that's going to help you, because the physicians and the nurses are just going to leave.
Yeah, because I would do that.
Except for the cholos in the first season of The Walking Dead, which was sort of cute.
And the sheriff made it out of but they were in a retirement home. Mm-hmm. They weren't in a hospital.
Oh, yeah, but...
And the sheriff made it out of the hospital.
Oh, this is true. Only because his friend barricaded the door.
They barricaded and the military had sealed off they closed the doors to where they put all the zombies in because they started killing them. There's a bunch of bodies outside of the hospital, but then it got overrun.
So they had to
sealed off one of
seal the area.
Yeah. And then the zombies.
And then the military couldn't even get out after that.
And they just started shooting everyone. That's why you don't trust them, because they are just following orders.
Which just shoot on sight.
When people just follow orders, they're not thinking humanely or anything to do with human lives or the fact that you're not a zombie. They're just like, oh, you're in my way.
Look at the ending. Look at the ending of Night of the Living Dead.
You're all dead, dead. Make noise, because that guy was just stupid. He was just standing there.
He just stood there like, oh, what are they doing? Looks like he's pointing a gun at me. I should probably.
He should have started to yell. Because zombies can't yell.
No.
Unless you're in
Night of the Return of the Living Dead.
Fucking fuck, no. That movie does not.
Send more paramedics.
And then I totally called it with the acid rain. I was like, they're all just gonna be fucked. Every single one of you are just gonna die because you don't know how to never. That's why I always wondered if you should burn the bodies. What should you do with the dead zombies afterwards? Should you burn them? Because then it goes airborne, and I don't know.
Who was it? I don't know if it was someone that sent it to us or if I read it somewhere, but someone said you'd have to melt them in either like vats of acid, but that takes a while.
Yeah.
That would take way too long of time, and it'd be hard to recycle it afterwards.
You don't stick them in the water because that could contaminate the water.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to put them in the ground.
No, because that could contaminate the soil. You might not want to burn them because that could contaminate the air. What do you do with them?
Melt them down.
I suppose you'd have to collect them all, and that would suck being on.
Drop them inside of a fucking volcano.
We'll volcano it. How many active volcanoes are there that don't have a
Hawaii?
A magma. Oh yeah,
Hawaii should have a couple, at least.
Well, because there's one that's still forming an island.
Yeah.
There's
so
no
just
one lives on it.
Drop it. Just like put them in little loads for helicopters. Just drop them. That's the only way I can think of, unless you want to do the acid thing. But then, how are you going to accumulate that much acid? Because obviously, the zombie population would beat us by like 10-1.
They did something interesting in World War Z. Everyone in the United States went north, like Canada north, because zombies would freeze.
Oh.
Because people, we get cold, but we bundle up. Zombies don't.
They just
walk.
Right.
And they would get frozen in the snow. They wouldn't die.
They just freeze.
They would get frozen and buried in snow. So everyone fucking went north or south. They would either they would never stay in between. They either went to Mexico.
They went to one extreme or the other.
To the extreme. They either went to Mexico or they went to Canada. And it worked, because even after the war, once the spring came and the snow started to melt, zombies were still there, but then there were more survivors to
take care of them.
As soon as one would pop up, they would take a machete and cut them down, and that's what they did. But
and then, of course, in the South, because of the heat, they decompose much faster.
Yeah, that's why they all went to Mexico. And there was this... Max Brooks thought this brilliantly. Mexico wouldn't let the Americans in. They were like, the fucking tables have turned. Mexico wouldn't let us in. I'm just like, that's what would happen. Mexico wouldn't do it. Because we fucking fuck with them all the time with Arizona and the chain link fences and the guns and Texas being Texas. We would get fucking owned by Mexico, because Mexico would be like, no, we've got tequila.
They'd be like, oh, hey, look who wants to cross the border now.
Yeah, we've got tequila and cigars. We're fine. You guys have fun.
So you guys have fun. We're going to enjoy our food and things over here.
And he thought about that. He was just like,
that makes sense. No, that makes total sense.
They wouldn't do it. And then, like, chain of command got all fucked up with America because the president died and then the vice president died.
Oh. Was it on Air Force One?
One of them happened in Air Force One. One of the president was like a beast. And he was like, he died in this, like, I think the White House got blown up or something. But no, I think Air Force One crashed into the White House. I think that's what happened.
Holy shit.
So both of them were dead, and like his daughter found him, but he was like badass to the end. He was like talking to his daughter, like telling her like what to do, but like everything fucking like went to hell. And
I need to read this fucking book.
It was good. It was good. I read it like months ago, like long time ago.
I need to read this goddamn
And
book.
it was good, and there was just violence and
Blood.
Dude, Max Brooks is a fucking genius when it comes to it. He thought about it so much. He's like, what would happen? You know, Mexico wouldn't let us in. Canada let us in. Mexico wouldn't let us in. The president's
Canada
dead.
be like, the more the merrier.
Yeah, the president's dead. There was one in California where it's like kind of like a school like Berkeley managed to survive because they're fucking hippies, so they just grew everything. They boarded up like some of the school buildings and they just grew everything. They were just like, we're gonna fucking make a garden.
Yeah, we're gonna smoke out and eat these vegetables, man.
And that's what California did. Fuck. We're gonna grow all of our shit.
I'm surprised they didn't just break off and move over to Hawaii.
Alaska can come too.
Alaska can come too. The end.
It was friggin', they raped. It was the people.
How many pages was this book?
Less than 500.
Oh, that's a short read.
Yeah.
I can get that.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. And they, it shows how people can, granted, there was a lot of, bad people in it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
People were just, being dicks. But, it shows how some people can, actually, make it through. There was this one chick who was in the military, and she, parachuted down, over into the trees with her comrades, and her comrades didn't make it because something bad happened, something malfunctioned in their parachutes, and she was hanging from a tree, and her brain mentally allowed her to survive because she thought she heard someone on the radio telling her to go to this house, but it was just her brain because no one was on the fucking radio.
Yeah, everyone's dead.
Later, she was declared insane, but she watched one of her comrades get eaten from a zombie because he was dangling,
and the zombie was just
him,
able to reach him,
and then he came back to life, so she had to kill him.
Oh god.
But she made it she slept in a hammock into the trees to avoid the zombies, and she fucking booked it to a cabin out in the middle of fucking nowhere and got a helicopter to come and rescue her, all because she thought she heard someone on the radio
ordering her that she had to get to this
telling
house.
her that this was the location where she should go that was safe.
Wow.
But it was all in her head. All in her head.
I need to read
There
this
was no
damn book.
one there. There was no one there. And she was like, I know I fucking heard someone. And the reporter that was talking to her was like, And the doctors were like, listen to her, she's loco. But she fucking knew. And she survived.
And she survived somehow, but she's crazy.
She was hardcore. And, it tells stories of some survivors, and I think some people that ended up dying, because they tell it from multiple perspectives. It's not just a third-person perspective, it's also a first-person perspective.
I gotcha.
So they do it on and off.
Holy shit.
I love Max Brooks. And I'm so excited for the movie. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Don't know how.
They better. Okay, I definitely have to read the book for that then.
If they mess it up, I'm gonna be so disappointed. But Max Brooks is on the. He's
on board for it. Okay, then it's gonna be good.
He's helping because I befriended on Facebook the World War Z
movie.
The book.
Oh, the book. Okay.
And he posts stuff all the time about the stuff. So
nice.
he's on scene and he's helping out, and it should be coming out I think sometime this year, but towards Christmas or sometime early next year. I'm excited.
Next chance I get, I'm buying. I'm just gonna flat out buy the book.
It's a good book. It took me a while to get through it because it reads nonfiction.
Okay.
That's kind of how it reads as a nonfiction book. But it's purely fictional, obviously.
Obviously.
But it reads nonfiction, so it's kind of hard to get through because you're just this part's boring. What am I going to do? There's no killing or zombies or sex or anything. So, but once you get through it, because it's information and files, that the person's going through and stuff like that. But once you get through it, it's fucking hanging from a tree in a parachute, shooting zombies because they're trying to kill me. Now I got to shoot my best friend. But this mysterious radio chick's telling me to go this place? Okay. Let me scale down the side of my building and hop down the fire escape 6 stories up and run. But I weigh 200 pounds overweight, but I'm still a beast, so I can do that.
Well, when you weigh that much, if you land one good punch, you could probably take out a zombie.
Well, he was overweight and he never physically exercised, and he had to he had to survive, and then afterwards he ended up being this muscled guy.
Well, he has considering he's overweight, he has a longer chance of survival just by hiding because his body has more body fat to eat off of.
Yeah, but zombies were already on the. They were coming into his apartment complex.
Well, then that just means more of a buffet for them.
Yeah, so he had to get out. But he was like, he fucking went to the mountains, found the blind dude, hung out with him for a while.
Dude, this is like Karate Kid, except I'm overweight and you're blind.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a good read. I recommend it to anyone who's interested in reading. It's good. Like, it'll keep you interested, whether it's fiction or nonfiction that you like. But it was.
I'm taking the recommendation to heart.
He really thought about it. The author, I dig it when the author actually thinks about it. Because, Mexico. Really? Would Mexico let us in if we had a natural disaster?
Nope.
No, they wouldn't. We would have to do some serious bailout payment to them and, like, fork over all of the money we had on our person to
like,
get
okay,
in.
after this is over, we'll have legal drug trade.
They did like a scenario in the book where Americans were doing exactly what the Mexicans do now, where we tried to jump the fence and swim. They
swim
would
across.
They would try to get over to Mexico doing it the illegal way. They would, and that's how he wrote it, because it would be exactly how it would be. Because
that
Mexico
is
would be
awesome.
Like, fuck you. All this time we wanted to come over and chill with you guys, but no. Fine, we got the better drugs anyway.
It's like, hey, we have no reason to come over there now,
yeah,
so
we've got walking people. We don't like that dead shit. Yeah, we do Cinco de Mayo, but we're not all for
the
coming
Mexicans
back.
just like, and in Mexico. So what's going on?
Yeah, what is this? Why is everyone freaking out? They're just chilling with their sombreros and their hammock, in Cancun. That's where that's in Mexico.
They're like, the college girls can come.
Yeah, the hot ones are good. No one else.
Yeah, that's when Alyssa's like, yes!
We're good. We got this.
Then she booed the rest of us. Yeah, I'm team captain. You guys are fucked.
Yeah. Dude, it was really interesting. So it was like people... It showed people's true colors, because there was a caravan in Canada. It was families.
Mm-hmm.
And one family had a radio.
Oh.
And after a while, it ended up... they all killed each other. Except, like, one girl survived. A little girl, like a 10-year-old girl survived. But her dad went over and he wanted to listen to the radio, but the other family wouldn't let him. So he killed him. And then the other family killed him and her mom. There was blood, like they talked about blood all over the snow and stuff like that. Yeah.
Jesus.
They just fucking killed each other for a radio because it had information that could possibly come up.
Imagine if that was like food or something.
Yeah. Well, they had to. I don't remember if they ate a person or not. I remember there's talk about chili, but I don't remember if there's like mystery chili. I want to say that there was, but I don't know. But they just fucking started killing each other because survival, man. The Dahmer party, that crashed up in the Alps, they killed each other.
Yeah, this is true.
I don't know if it was the Alps or not.
It was some mountainous, snowy area.
Yeah, they crashed the plane and they ate each other because it was survival. Sometimes you gotta do gross things to, live. You want to
Look at Bear
live
Grylls.
Or you want to get eaten? Oh, that guy's stupid. You want to live or do you want to get eaten by
It's getting dark. I should probably drink my own piss.
That guy's retarded. It's like, it's not like, okay, I ran out of Cheetos in my apartment. Now I gotta go eat my next door neighbor. No, it's like, I'm stuck in a mountain with no one here except for 3 people and we're dying because, we have no food.
That fat guy looks tasty by the minute.
Sometimes. Oh well.
It's just like when you get rescued later and you look at the dead body. It's like, hey, I'm alive and you're dead. That's the difference.
Yeah, it's like I lived to see the zombies not be here anymore.
Yeah.
And you didn't. Oh well, last thing you saw was something trying to eat your leg. You really gotta,
weigh your options there.
kill or be killed sometimes. I know that's a terrible way to look at it, but you want to die or you want to live.
Like you said, survival.
I would be, now I say this, but in reality, I would probably be terrible in a survival game. I would probably really, I could be like way more physically fit. I should probably take up kickboxing or something. But I would probably die. Just saying. Mentally, I'm prepared. Physically, not so much.
She agrees.
The cat agrees with me. I should take up something that won't kill my heart, so that's really nothing. I'm kind of fucked on that situation. Yeah, right? The cat agrees. I'm kind of screwed when it comes to physical fitness. I wish my heart would take more. Kickboxing would be kind of cool. But
I already know you could drop kick.
yes, because my legs can reach high because they can come out of place and stuff like that. But, the force behind it wouldn't be much.
Nah. So it'd be like, ow.
Ow, what the hell?
The hell
You
is?
slap me with your foot? Yeah, that'd be me.
Oh, but okay, let's see. Wow.
Are we winning?
This was awesome.
How in are we?
We're about an hour 20.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
not
we'd
bad
be
at all.
Way more.
No. Actually, you went through the Z-Day survival mode a lot quicker than I was expecting.
Oh, really?
But your first shot, and you actually made the
I
objective.
did average.
So I didn't even
die.
Yeah, and I died and I didn't even get even close on my first chance. I did it 6 times and I still haven't got to an objective.
As long as you don't die, it's okay if you're average, people. Average is good. That means you're not dead.
Once you're in an area where there's other people who aren't zombies, I'd say you're okay. Just a matter of manipulating them to get what you want.
It depends. Because infected people that aren't showing yet can easily sneak in. And
This
then
is
you've got a
true.
problem. So,
And then that shit can spread fast.
yeah. A cruise boat might not be such a bad idea.
As long as you screen everybody that gets on
Oh,
it.
I was talking about just me.
Oh.
I'm not letting anyone else on. Fuck that.
Hello, Chef Liz. What are we having today? Put chef hat on. We'll be having lobster and...
Well, no, I was thinking about that. It's kind of like an aircraft carrier, only it moves. And I don't remember if they did a cruise ship or not in World War Z.
That'd be awesome, though.
It
Like
would
sitting
be-
in the cruise ship in the pool by
Yeah,
yourself.
it would be interesting until it went Titanic and hit something it wasn't supposed to.
That'd be funny if like the cruise ship hit a battleship.
There was that one cruise ship that they did on YouTube, where it
Oh yeah, it capsized.
over?
Yeah, it tipped over.
was like, well, that's actually a sister company to Carnival. So every time I see a Carnival ad, I'm like, no, your ship fell over. I'm not doing that. No, nice try.
Your ship's lopsided.
Yeah, their ship fucking fell over. No.
No, I think what happened was
the guy was drunk or something.
no, the captain said he wanted to get up close to shore because he wanted to wave to somebody.
Yeah.
And they ran aground,
Yeah.
and then it slid over on its
tipped
side.
over. It tipped over.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah, it's like, let's wave to our friends, but totally
and then-
hit the rocks.
And then he tried to get off the ship first. Like he tried to get on a lifeboat. When you're the captain, you're supposed to stay on no matter
You gotta
what.
go down with your ship.
Yeah,
That's
and he was
how it
like,
works.
I'm getting off. I have to get off the boat. It's like,
The
you're the freaking captain.
The captain of the Titanic knew how it was done.
Yeah.
He fucking went into the parlor, had a drink, went down with his ship.
He did.
He was just like, I'm gonna be a beast right now, and I'm gonna go down with my vessel.
Like right when the cabin collapsed in the
Yeah.
glass, when he went and he grabbed the freaking steering.
Yeah.
Thing.
He's like, I'm going to. I don't know what the hell he was thinking when he did that, but
He's like, I'm doing the honorable thing here.
I'm going to try to save this ship even if it means it's impossible.
Yeah.
It's split in half and it's going down anyway. Let's try to steer it.
The guy in that carnival one, it's like if I were there and I saw him trying to up, I'd fucking handcuff him to the fucking
Right?
mast.
It's like, no.
It's like here, and I'm taking everything away so you can't like cut your arm off. I don't care.
Let me help you. I know you were trying to go find a manual or something. You're staying here. I'll go find it for you. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay? There. The cruise ship can't be too hard to steer. I mean, it's just,
Left,
yeah.
right.
I mean, really,
knots.
it's like if you want to turn it any significant amount, you gotta fucking turn it all the way. I mean, it's not like it's gonna turn on a dime.
Yeah, it's not like you're flying a plane.
Yeah, even on a let's see, the sailboat that I steered was like
Was it the same sort of thing? A wheel?
30. Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
wheel. It was like 30 feet long or so.
Wow.
It was pretty big. There were like 4 people. There were 4 people on the boat, including me, and there were 3 grown men on the boat. Like my dad, and he's a little over 50, but it was a while ago, so it was like he's probably like in his late 40s. And
Uh-huh.
2 other guys who are the same age.
Wow.
I was steering it, and they were doing the masts and the boom and everything like that. I wanted to go under the bridge, but the bridge was too low and it would have wrecked the mast. So I was like, no, let's not do that.
No. Damn it!
That would have sucked. But they have like this cool meter. That's why I don't understand how you can hit the rocks on a ship. They have a meter that tells you what your depth is. It tells you.
Oh, that's right.
And every time it gets like below 10, you're like, hey, there's shore there. There's land. You're going to hit sand. And when I wasn't on it, they've actually gotten stuck on a sandbar.
Really?
And, yeah, they had to get someone to come tow them out. But
wow.
You can get stuck. Because it's not a fucking speedboat. You can't like, oh, let's back this baby up.
Yeah.
It doesn't back up. There's no reverse on it.
You're either going to have to get out and pull, or someone's going to have to pull you out of there.
It was half and half. It was a sailboat, but it had a motor.
Oh, okay.
It could go faster, but it can't go like fast.
Right.
But it has.
Well, it's meant for sailing.
It has a motor. Yeah, they did races.
Yeah. The motor is basically just there if like the wind is down and.
Yeah, it can move if the wind's not moving. It can do that.
It's so that you don't get stranded.
Yeah. But it can't reverse and it can't go fast, like trying to rev out of the hole or anything. It can't do that. It's not gonna work. It's gonna bad. And you really don't want to wreck a sailboat because those fuckers are expensive.
Yeah, no shit.
It's not like you can take him. He couldn't. It was so big he couldn't take it home with him. And he had to keep it in the marina.
You had to keep it in the marina.
Yeah.
Does he still have? Oh no, you.
I think it got wrecked a while in a storm. Because he kept it in He had to keep it. You know, the marina put it all in their storage facility, and the storage facility got wrecked. So because they stack them high.
Yeah.
You know, if no one's seen a marina, they're like 6, 7, 8 stories high, and they stack boats. So, and it just fell in and
fell down, go boom.
Yeah, I don't know. He might have gotten a new one because of insurance, but we never.
I'm sure insurance would have covered, but whatever.
Boats are expensive. And you gotta clean them. You gotta not wreck them. And
you have to rent a place in the marina.
Gas in them if it needs gas, and you gotta rent the marina space. And those things are expensive.
It's expensive. That's an expensive hobby.
It's very expensive, and if you don't take it out enough, if it's too big to take with you, like on your truck, you pull it and put it in and take it out, then it's expensive, and you gotta clean it after every time you use it, or else the salt water gets in the mechanisms and messes it up. Or seaweed.
It sounds fun, but then it's like when I hear all that, it's just like I don't know if it's worth it.
When I was 3, my dad owned a boat. When I was born, and he sold it when I was 3. My mom hated it. She hates the water, so he sold it. But he said it was a very expensive hobby to have, and he didn't use it enough. My dad was also the one that used to windsurf.
Oh wow.
My dad was, he was pretty athletic. When it came down to it, he would play racquetball and tennis, and he would windsurf, and he had a boat. That's how he got all the ladies. He was married before my mom, so I'm assuming he got around. He had like the he was born in the 1970s. No, he was born in the 1960s, early like 1961. So he had like the Beatles haircut with the kind of John Lennon with the kind of long and I've seen pictures of him. Yeah, that lasted a while though, because those were like his high school pictures. So
wow,
the Beatles had a fad that was they wrote it out, but he's got the hair going and
that's funny.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say he was a looker because I wasn't really a looker, but he had the hair going. My dad has.
He had something going on.
My dad has very good hair for a guy. It's like I swear he has Asian in him because his hair is so good.
Is it black?
It's black.
Wow.
It's black, and he's barely going gray. And
he's got Asian in him somewhere.
He's got good body to it, but it's not curly. I don't know how the fuck he does it. I'm so jealous. It's not fair.
You got the curly.
I got my mom's hair. But my dad's got like good hair, and I swear to God he has Asian in him. I swear up and down, people ask him if he's mixed with Filipino all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he dark skinned?
No, he's lighter skinned, but there's a picture where he looks Chinese.
Are you serious?
Yeah. People ask me if I'm mixed all the time though, but it's if I'm black. But I'm not.
They ask if you're part black.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see it.
Yep. I've been asked if I'm mixed before, and I've only asked once. If they asked if
what ethnicity.
Uh-huh.
I've never bothered the other time. I'm like, no, I'm white. But
I mean,
it
there's
says
just
black.
there's some features where I would probably ask if you had some Asian in you, but or maybe even some type of European. But other than that, black is the last thing I would guess.
Family generations are, I think it's the hair, but family
Yeah,
generations
probably.
are Scotch, Irish, and Native American. That's where my family comes from, mostly. I swear there's skeletons in their closet that are something that are, well, because my family, on my dad's side, they're very stuck up, so they're hush-hush. They wouldn't say anything even if it was true. But they've always lived up north, like Maryland was where my dad was born. And they've always stayed in West Virginia. So I'm thinking, Irish and Chinese, because the railroads. I'm like, you totally,
some Chinese chick somewhere.
Dude, there's Chinese. They had a little mixed biracial baby, and they didn't want anyone to know about it because they're stuck up.
You never know. I would say so.
I guess that's what I want to say, and we don't know much about my mom's biological mother, so we can't determine. We can't solve the mystery. We know that someone's full Native American though on my mom's side, so, and not too far generation back.
So that's it? Just the Native American part?
There's Native American and white, but we don't know what kind of white, because the records weren't really kept well, and we know nothing about my mother's biological mother.
So it will forever be a mystery.
It's forever a mystery, but I guess everyone's mixed. To
Whatever
point,
it is, it's contributing to your fuzz.
Yeah, it contributes to the hair.
And with that, I think we should go ahead and call it.
Yep.
Because it's like an hour 30.
Zombies, dude.
Zombies. I'm titling this one Z-Day.
Yeah, we talked a lot about zombies. That was fun, though. I'm glad I lived.
Yeah.
If it was just average, I'm glad I lived.
Yeah, at least you made it to the end.
I was nervous.
Well, you took your time, though. Like, you thought about it. You're like, I don't want to make noise. I don't want to slow down. You knew what you had to do, and you went for it, and you didn't divert or anything. Even though you did take on an armed guy with a machete, but you survived, and you got away from him.
I wanted the car, but if I had to do it over again, I wouldn't.
Well, if they had the keys in there,
I wouldn't have taken Sean either.
Oh yeah, in real life.
Yeah, because
Slows you down.
Yeah, if I didn't take Sean, I wouldn't have had the vest. But the vest didn't really do anything for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, you didn't go into any kind of battle, so the way I think this simulation works is that like a vest or a helmet adds points to like kind of like Pathfinder, like it adds to armor, and then your weapons add points to like attack. Mm-hmm. So then when you encounter somebody, because then when you attack that one guy, it said you attacked one rival survivor, you defeated one rival survivor, so that means you had the upper hand over.
Yeah. Well, I surprised him.
Yeah.
And he didn't have his gun out. He was smoking a cigarette and playing with his phone. Who the hell does that when zombies are around?
Damn angry birds.
Yeah. Let me text my friend and see if they're still alive. No.
Let me text my dealer, see if he's got any good shit.
Let me finish my cigarette. No.
Hey, what's his name? He answered his cell phone right when they were outside the bar.
Oh, yeah, Ed.
2 seconds.
Yeah. No. You don't do that. You're like, fuck, I'm leaving because, I'm not going to answer my phone because no one's going to answer because telephone lines are down. I've always assumed that,
That'd be the first thing to go, communication.
That's what I always think of. It's like, once there's one zombie, everything's fucking dead. Everything is not working anymore. That's not really necessarily true because in World War Z, like, things kept working for, like, weeks.
Really?
Yeah, like, well, because not everyone's affected all at once.
This is true. Well, in, what was it? Like, in Japan when they had that nuclear crisis.
Yeah.
There were there were older people that volunteered to stay behind and try to fix it. Mm-hmm. And their logic was like, well, I'm old. I'm going to die anyways. Yeah. Let me go in there and try to fix this before it's gone. So I can see the same thing sort of happening with communications where it's like, we need to keep these communication towers up. Oh, I'll stay behind and make sure they're up so people can communicate.
Yeah, but not everything was like affected all at once, It was just like...
It's in waves.
Bits and pieces of places that are affected. Not everything's just like completely
right. It didn't happen all at a zero hour or anything.
It happened like in some small place in Africa because a guy got bit on his foot. That's
where
how
it started.
it started.
And then it spreads like
And it
wildfire.
sprouted up everywhere. And it sprouted up in small places. So people had time. You know, it's kind of like in a hurricane. You know?
Right. They had time to react or get prepared
You kind
for
of have
it.
a little bit of a warning, you know? It's like, you know, 4
Hear the
days.
sirens go
Yeah.
off.
You've got 4 days to plan what you're doing, and then you get the hell out, unless you want to be stupid and we
Barricade in your home.
We stayed barricaded in our home for Ivan, which, you know, that was my dad's call. We did. We didn't die. Our house was fine, but they said we'd never do it again. So, yeah, we're never doing
changed
that
his
again.
mind, huh?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty bad. We watched someone's chimney fall off. But, you know, it was, you know, then people get the fuck out. That's how it works, you know? Well, it's kind of how in hurricanes, you know, either you get out early or you board up your windows.
Right.
You know, you either get out, make your decision now and get out while you can, or you're going to be stuck on the roads when it happens.
Right.
So, you know, if one zombie...
Make a decision.
One zombie happens, dude, I'm totally gone. Totally gone.
I'd be like, oh, Liz, so there's this weird thing going around. Yeah, I'm in frickin' Virginia.
Yeah,
I'd be like, holy shit!
I'm on a plane headed to a boat in the middle of nowhere. Sorry. Didn't call you. My phone's breaking up. Sorry. Bye.
Yeah, I'd be like, the plane, the boat, you're on your own.
Yeah. It's like I'm 10 miles gone by the time the first thing breaks. I'm just like, I'm so dead. I'm not dying here. I would rather die somewhere else. I'm gone.
That's when you find Chris.
Yeah. Find my pilot friend. So gone. We're just moving on out.
It's like, I have a gun, we're going to the airport,
Yeah.
we're hijacking a goddamn plane.
You're coming with me. Although an airport's a really stupid place to go, just saying.
Well, not if you just avoid the terminal, go straight to the tarmac and find a plane.
Yeah. If you're the first ones there, it's okay. You know, but you really, like, all I can think of is Resident Evil Degeneration.
Yeah.
It's like hospitals, airports, you know.
Stay away from them.
Police stations. It's everywhere where people go to find help. And you don't want to do that. Because you know what you're doing. And I'm pointing at the mic when I'm talking because it's like I'm pointing at the audience. You know what you're doing. So be confident and
Stop.
take something weapon-like and good shoes. No hooker heels.
Because they make too much noise.
Because they make too much noise. And, you know, it's hard to run upstairs in heels.
This is true.
Or down them. Down
Well,
them's harder.
If anything, I will say, in a pinch, they can use as a blunt object. They can be used as a blunt object.
Yeah, but it's easier to attack living people than the dead people because the dead people are just like, and you're like, I have the heel stuck in the eye. And it's like, it's still coming at you, but with a person, they'd stop because, you know.
Yeah, because like, fucking that
Yeah.
hurt!
Yeah.
God damn it!
I don't know if, like, people really understand how much force it takes to break someone's skull open.
A lot.
Yeah, and I don't have that much. I've never tried. So I wouldn't know.
You're more likely to break someone's neck from an impact rather
Yeah.
than bash their skull in.
And you just gotta hit the brain. So like a machete's like good. That's why I didn't decide to upgrade the weapon. So I
Yeah.
was like, it doesn't need bullets.
Doesn't need upgrading, yeah.
It doesn't need bullets. I don't have to look for bullets or carry them. Those
Or
things
reload or
they're
anything.
heavy. Bullets are heavy.
And there's only a limited supply.
Yeah, and you need a lot of them if you want to make it. You know,
Sure.
a melee weapon, you just, hack away.
Sharpen that machete.
Even though you got to get close to them, and that's not really cool. But you just keep moving.
Well, if you sneak up on one,
Yeah.
then that's not a big deal because you
can-
can take them out one by one.
You can outrun them. They can't. They're not supposed to be able to run fast.
Yeah, no, that shit's stupid.
That's the entire, one of the good things about them. They can't run. And if they can, that's rage infection, and then you're all fucked.
No, honestly, that to me, the fact that they can't run is more terrifying than them running. Because with them running, it's like, okay, yeah, it's scary because they get too fast. But when it's slow, it's just like, it's not the fact that they're slow. It's just they soon slowly creep up on you, and then 1 turns to 2, turns to
Yeah.
5, turns to 10, turns to
They multiply.
yeah.
Because they all follow each other because of the moaning. It's like a beacon. My only problem that I've never really thought about, because I do tend to like to stay alone when I do survival scenarios in my head.
Of course.
I never think about sleeping.
Oh.
Never do. Never do. I would have to sleep eventually, but where would I do it?
In a tree in a hammock.
That's what I was thinking about the woman with the parachute in the World War Z. She slept in a hammock, but then what happens if they gather underneath you in the middle of the night? You're up in a fucking tree. Where the hell are you gonna go? You're up in a tree.
Lay some string down and some bells.
I liked how Resident Evil did it in the third one with Alice when she was alone with the motorcycle. She set up these sensors in the perimeter, and they went off if anything got through. We don't have that technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strings and bells would probably be the best.
Strings and tin cans. That's
something's going through the perimeter. What alarm system do you have? Tin cans.
Yeah.
It's high-tech shit.
Yeah. You know how long it took me to eat that? I would be so screwed if it came to that. Because what the hell would I do?
Yeah.
I don't want to go inside of a house. That's stupid. I can't sleep in a car. That's stupid too.
Yeah. Because once once you're surrounded in the car, there's no way you can get out. You can't drive away because they'll be piled onto it.
You can't walk forever. I mean, you can walk for a really long time, but then your senses get all, wibbly wobbly, and then you're screwed because you're not.
Downside to a very high location is just if they surround you, you're screwed.
Yep.
But then if they can't find you, you're safe. So it's a matter of trying to find a place that's secure and
but I'm always,
relatively zombie free.
I don't like going in the woods though, because trees and zombies.
That's just like freaking Minecraft. You go through the woods in Minecraft and their creeper just comes out of nowhere. It's the same thing.
And then you have the tall grass. That's why I always asked how high the grass was. Mm-hmm. What if there's one with no legs and it's crawling?
Yep.
It can eat you. On ThinkGeek they have creeper peeps. Just saying.
I saw.
I thought about that. I saw that today. I was like, there's creeper peeps. Sorry. That was off topic. But, yeah, well, I liked going to the coastline. I'd probably do that again. Because it leads to a boat, which leads to the middle of fucking nowhere, which fucking nowhere's good.
Because there's no zombies.
Yes, and if you go out to the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, zombies will eventually find you.
Yeah.
I've read enough zombie books where they do that, and the zombies will always find you.
Yeah.
They always do. They can sense you. They just know. In the middle of fucking nowhere, they kind of decompose because fish kind of eat them as they walk. I always thought about that.
Oh yeah, this is true.
Fish eat decomposing things.
Yep.
But then I thought about it more. I'm like, Max Brooks said that if dogs or animals eat the flesh of a zombie, they die. So I'm like, does this work with fish?
I would assume so.
Either way, there's a lot of fish in the ocean. And if they each took a peck out of all the zombies that were...
Pretty sure they'd be well fed.
I want to think that they would all be all bones and skeletons and trying to get up to the boat. But no, really. That's what I want to think about. But I don't know.
Unsure of.
Yeah.
Is this something we have to send off to him and have him clarify?
It would be a good question, and he's probably gotten it before. He's actually gone to schools and stuff and done events.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And talked about zombie scenarios and stuff?
I think Michigan State, they actually have a zombie survival course for online.
You told me about that before, yeah. That's awesome.
SourceFed did a story on it. And they were talking about it. It's an online course, and it's really dealing with, survival and the psychological part of humans and how they react in a post-apocalyptic environment.
Right.
It's very all, socially, scientifically oriented stuff like that. It's not really,
So it's more a psychology.
There's an
psychology
underlining, social science, psychology major thing going, but it's really fucking awesome. I'm taking a class on zombies. I would do that. I would pay the money to do that. I would enroll in Michigan State just to take that class. Yeah. But then again...
I love your enthusiasm.
My the professor would be like, why aren't you... This is a group project. Why aren't you working with... I work alone. I have a machete. I'm fine. You're dead. I fail you. You're dead.
Well, unless Max Brooks were teaching the class, that'd be awesome. He'd be like, I like your logic.
Yeah.
That's an A.
He's good. I think he's
He has it down.
He's probably one of the best zombie fiction writers I've come across in my readings, and I've read a lot of it. But he's one of the best ones that have actually thought about it from a person's point of view.
Well, I can tell just by looking, like I said, the zombie survival guide. You'd think you open the page, you'd think zombie survival guide is probably that thick. No, it's a thick book.
He goes into detail. And in World War Z, he really thinks about, the social humanity part of it, like where people actually, interact with it. Not just the fact that zombies are coming in, a small group has to work
Right.
it out. The entire world gets affected, and he has to
Each and every single.
he has to think
like,
about
group
how
and-
each different economy would react to it. Israel blocks himself off. Korea goes in submarines, Mexico's saying fuck you, and Canada's like, hey, it's snowing. Okay? That's, he's
You put a
thinking
lot of
really,
thought.
People are on rafts in the middle of the ocean, chilling in a little community, but someone does something wrong and it gets blown up.
Goddamn hippies.
It would happen. You got Berkeley over, I don't know if it's Berkeley, I'm just saying Berkeley because that's the first hippie school I can think of. In California, chilling with their homegrown vegetables and their pot, probably. It would happen.
Air quotes.
Probably. Air quotes. But he really thought about it, how each different situation would come across it and how they would react,
So if you haven't already heard, we recommend it.
I recommend it, people.
I'm gonna read it in like the next 2 weeks, so we will.
It's a good book.
I'll tell you what I think of
It's
it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love it.
It's really good, and I enjoy it, and I should probably read it again. I think I have to go buy another copy. I don't know what I did with it. It was a while ago. I think it was before I was married that I read it.
Well,
So it was-
we'll find. It's on sale, so I could probably get it for real cheap.
It was probably almost a year ago that I read it, but it was, the information, the shit I retain. I swear to God.
No kidding. I was like,
could
where does
write
all this come
I
from?
could write a book report.
I was
on-
about to say you should just write something yourself
Nah.
about this.
Nah, it doesn't work like that. No, I don't
Well-
really have creative parts. I just can retain the information.
Well, I think that the fact that you can retain that is awesome. But we're gonna go ahead and cut it off here.
I think Tiffany's singing in the living room.
Somebody is. I don't know. I can hear it. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and cut it off here. Thank you for listening. Obviously, this has been a very enthusiastic zombie
It
podcast.
was very fun. I enjoyed
And
that game.
yeah, if you have any questions for her, for Liz about zombies, or just questions in general, leave them in the comments below. Any suggestions for the vlog? We're going to be going again to TBS soon. We'll figure that out on our own.
Yeah.
And again, if you want to try and play the zombie game yourself, I'm pretty sure they have it in the iTunes store, but in the Android App Store, it's called Z-Day. Look it up. I'll probably post a link to it at the end of this, so you can take a look at the creators page. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this podcast. This is Ray,
And Liz.
signing out.
Bye.
Peace.